One day when you have more time, when you have more money, when your kids are grown up, right? When you have graduated, one day when the conditions are perfect, that's the day that you'll act on your dreams. Hey, welcome back. Quick question. Have you ever caught yourself putting off something you really wanted to do? You may have told all of your friends about it, gotten super excited, but at the end of the day, you didn't take meaningful, consistent action. Instead, you put those tasks, those action items off to your future self, to one day. I've done that a lot. I've done that a whole bunch. I've just procrastinated the heck out of all of my dreams, including starting this channel. Almost 10 years ago, I started watching videos on YouTube, and I kind of immediately understood that this platform was for me. I wanted to create. I had a plan. I saved up all my babysitting money. I bought a camera, but I didn't create anything. And here we are. It's 8 years later, and I'm just now hitting record on that dream. And it's kind of crazy to think about all the time I could have been making videos, been learning how to talk to the camera, been learning how to make thumbnails, all of that stuff, and probably really enjoyed it and maybe even gotten somewhere if I had just took the steps. But instead, I kind of put that dream off on one day. One day I'll do it. And that's kind of the trap. Like, that's a huge trap of one day. You put stuff off on one day, you feel like you're still going to accomplish that dream. You still get to be excited about it. You still get to share it with your friends. You still get to fantasize about it because you haven't given up. It's not out of reach. You just haven't done it yet. And that is the trap that I've given into that my whole life. Taking a deeper look at what I was believing in and the assumptions that I felt were stopping me from moving forward, I came up with a couple of questions, and asking myself these questions on a regular basis has made all the difference. It's what has allowed me to finally start this channel, to finally start my podcast, to, take real steps forward and to do it consistently. So to start, the one day mindset, getting out of it is finding the intersection between your dream, your current resources, and today. And so to define resources, or to give you an idea of what I mean by that, it is money, time, energy, connections, and tools, things that you own and things that you can also borrow. I'm sure that there are other categories, but these are some of the ones that I've started with. And so questions that I've been asking myself include, what is the one thing I can do today with the money, time, and energy, the resources, that I currently have available to move this dream forward? Write that at the top of a blank piece of paper. Set a timer for 15 minutes and then just answer that question over and over again as many times as you can. There's a book called The One Thing, which I read a while back. And it's kind of like that concept, right? Like, envision dominoes, right? And all it takes to knock down all the dominoes is knocking down the first one. So identify that first domino and do it in a way that is rooted in today, rooted in the resources that you already have. I can also ask, well, what about this week? What can I do today, but also this week? Do I know somebody who can help with this? Right? Your friends are resources, your family's resources. And then, don't forget, identify with yourself, what does progress look like? Is progress, writing a chapter of your book? Great. Is the one thing you can do today, write one sentence? Is it writing one page? Wherever you are, identify what progress looks like. Someone told me recently, I thought that it's kind of embarrassing, but in my mind, I'd been working on a business idea for 2 years. And they're like, Deja, you weren't working on that idea for 2 years. You were thinking about that idea for 2 years. You were having anxiety about that idea for 2 years, but you didn't work on it, not in a way that was consistent and meaningful. And while it hurt to hear that, it really inspired me to take a look at where I'd been putting my effort. And I realized that I've been putting my effort into anxiety. I've been putting my effort into making plans, but not taking leaps. Or I'd take leaps, I would take steps, and I would accomplish some things. I just wouldn't do it consistently enough to to, fail because I tried or to become successful. Something I've been saying recently to myself is that I would rather fail because I tried and I exhausted the options than fail because I never started. No more one day. No more, okay, well, if I have X amount of dollars in the bank. No, looking at my accounts and figuring out with what I have right now, what can I do? And I mean, we could start talking about SMART goals and all of those things, but I kind of want to end this video here and hopefully, if you find yourself buying into that and maybe you're just starting out, but this was helpful. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. I look forward to creating the next video, and I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed to this channel.